Okay, Origin 135C. We just wrapped up the 125A. Okay, so you have the A, the C. Honestly, I would have liked, and the I. All right, so the 100I, the 125A, and the 135C. I would have just liked it to be the 100A, the 125B, and then the 135C. But that's just me. I didn't intend to do that on purpose, so I will show myself out if that's what it takes to stop you from rolling your eyes. Anyway, 135C. 135C is again virtually identical to the 100I, and as you can see, virtually no difference whatsoever. This one comes in a nice cerulean blue, the orange intakes, and it's got the same stuff. Quantum drive, same quantum drive as all the other ones. And this one also has less missiles in it as well. So looking at the little glass inlays right there, this is also identical. Now this has a Juno Starwork power plant, which is different from the other two models. So it's like, why does this one need a larger power plant? I don't exactly know, because performance-wise, it's not too different from the others, and of course the fighter's faster. But this is the biggest selling point, right? This is the biggest feature. Check that out. Yeah. You get an actual trunk for all kinds of things. And can you fit a person here inside cargo? Yes, you can. Now, this isn't the place that you want to be a stowaway, because you will probably clip through the ship and die. So yeah, this isn't the place that you want to be, but it is small enough to fit a person. But that's about as small. I mean, that's about as large as it gets. You're not going to be able to fit a vehicle back here or anything like that. But that is literally the only selling point for the ship, the 135C. Like, it has a door. That's it. So your question is going to be, okay, well, if that's what the door is, then it doesn't have any missiles. It has missiles, but it pretty much has the same missiles as the 100I. It's really not big difference there. Just like the little sounds and clicks that the door makes when you open and close it. Very nice. Okay. Flight ready?
Origin shipworks at your service. Core system operational.
And comms. Spaceport.
You are clear to launch.
Okay, so we're going to take advantage of the morning sun here. As you can see, those are our 2 Strike Force missiles, same as the 100I. No really big difference there. It's not carrying as much as a payload as the 125A, so it is more fuel efficient, and I know this from my personal experience of flying it. Now, this is the ship that I use the most to deliver packages. Even though the in-ship cargo, wrong button, even though the in-ship cargo bay is big enough to do package deliveries, I like using this ship because I like not having to go inside the ship to drop off packages. I like being able to park somewhere and throw packages in the back and, you know, go on and live my life. So The fins here are a lot easier to see. The belly of the ship is painted all black. And the top of the ship, as you can see, is also identical to the 100i. It doesn't have that additional intake scoop that's behind the cockpit. It does have the intakes here on the back, and the engine is smaller, so you don't get that nice, beefy, aggressive lattice that you do in the 125A. So in Atmo, we're pretty much putting out the same numbers as the 125A. And let's be real, the 100i also did pretty similarly in Atmo as well, if I'm being fair. There we go. So, as you can see, cockpit again. This one's got a little more black in it, whereas the other two ships that I bought had more white in it. So this may all just be a matter of personal preference. The nuts and bolts of the cockpit are identical. There's no difference between it and the others. And as far as maneuverability is concerned, again, the fighter is going to be the most maneuverable, so it should not surprise you that this one would be less maneuverable than the fighter. However, it's about as maneuverable. It's about as maneuverable as the fighter is. So, you know, go figure. It's just a treat, you know. Just try and take everything in. But even though this ship doesn't have anything to it other than the additional cargo room, it still has its own personality, you know what I mean? And just to demonstrate to you real quick how useful that is, we're gonna land
Landing gear deployed.
on this little ice shelf here. Because when you're doing package deliveries on I cannot talk today. I'm so sorry, guys. Microtech. The blizzards just hit you out of nowhere, and sometimes the game will glitch out, and you will get your ship moving around and things like that. And you really don't want to be. You really don't want to be in a situation where you have to like negotiate, where you can even land. You know what I mean? Kind of want to be able to just land anywhere and do your bit. So let's go ahead, land here, and then open the exterior, and it should open up all my doors, including the one in the back. So we step outside. It's a pretty calm morning. Cold morning. It's about 67 degrees below freezing, 67 degrees Celsius, negative 67 degrees Celsius, I mean. And yeah, there it is. So it successfully opened all the doors. and you know it's truly a delight, beauty to behold. And again, it opens all the doors. So this is the coolant system. It looks a little different than the one in the 100i and the 125A, which kind of makes me think that this one doesn't have as much afterburner capability, or it may have more afterburner capability. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't like test it fully, but I will say, like looks like just some empty receptacle there. But yeah, this is just the explode mode. Every ship has an explode mode where all of the doors open up and you can just see everything. So just another really cool thing about this ship is just being able to catch its lines and its silhouette, you know. It's the perfect starter ship, not only to impress people, but to get stuff done. You know, especially when you're just starting the game, the easiest missions for you to do is delivery missions, you know, Amazon Prime missions, Uber Eats missions. And here out in Microtech, if you can get out here, the missions pay really well. Like you can make 8 grand per run, right? And you got a nice little workhorse like this that's fuel efficient and can get you to where you need to go. More power to you. It does have a different quantum drive as well, and that's good because this thing is designed to travel long distances for a long time. So fuel efficiency is definitely something that it's really, really good at. Whereas the 125A, as you guys saw, it's not nearly as fuel efficient, but it's still more fuel efficient than any other fighter that you can find in the verse. Just not as fuel efficient as ships that are not carrying 4 extra rockets. Those rockets are heavy. And so as you can see, the little flying around that we did, we are still, go ahead, close exterior, and engine should still be on. I don't remember cutting it off.
Launch complete.
Alright, and we're back up. Alright, so let's go ahead and hail. Why am I not taking this up into space? Because I literally, one, I literally just did it, and two, this ship is pretty much the 100i. It's identical to the 100i. Even down to the number of missiles and the shape of the body. And the cool thing that Origin did is that they just hid those extra features inside the ship. So you really can't tell from the outside that it is a 135C. It's really hard to tell. Aside from the IFF tag, of course. Oh, my character. She's so thirsty. Going down 39%. Yeah, that's it. 135C. So we're at that point now where we can talk about
Landing gear deployed.
what ship you should buy as a person who is either just starting to play the game for the first time, or as a person who has been playing this game for a long time, but maybe you haven't really gotten into Origin ships, or you are into Origin ships and you're just curious about the 100 series. We're about to have that conversation in the next video where I break out my 300i and we just talk about the ships. And so
Landing complete.
it's gonna be like an unofficial 300i review.
Have a pleasant stay.
Engines inactive.
because I'm going to talk about the entire 100 series and I'm going to compare it to the 300. And I think that's a more fair comparison than comparing the 300 I to the 600 I, which isn't a fair comparison at all. It's like comparing a BMW Model 3 with a BMW Model 6. Like, they're so different. And if anything, that's probably where CIG got the inspiration from. But yeah, that's the 135C. Don't take the briefness of this review as like a sign that I hate the ship or something like that, because I don't. I think the ship is really cool. I really like it. So that's the radar systems. Okay, that's what that empty bay was. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, and then we're going to just hop right into the next one. And my character needs to get something to drink, but she'll probably be able to survive another interview. Well, not another interview, another review, but that's the 135C, guys.